Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to stream. Apologies for not putting in the for not putting together the vote that I was going to have for what the new Wednesday stream was going to be. But to be completely honest, I put it off till today, and then I was awake till 5 a.m. this morning, and then I fell asleep for the rest of it, basically. Either way, I appreciate your patience. This is Kentucky Route Zero, a game that I've had on my Steam wishlist for what feels like a billion years, and has finally gone on sale. So I picked it up. A lot of this game is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. So I'm really looking forward to discovering what's going on here. I believe it's like a point-and-click adventure game, which is kind of cool. I only know the very basic outline of what the story and the reviews say, so I don't know a whole lot. I do know there's no music playing right now, which is kind of lame. So I'm just going to start it real quick so we can have something to listen to. Well, it's not really music. But it's a noise. A noise could work. I could do a noise. That's like fully an option. Also, I appreciate that my mic just worked this time. I think that's because I haven't been closing all of my windows every time I close my streaming stuff. So it's like fucking with the mic's permissions or something. I don't know. Either way, it's working fine now. I'm looking forward to playing this. I hope you enjoy it too. And we're on Act 1. Limits and demonstrations. Save cat girl. Hey Sunbraiser. I can't save right now. I'll press F5. Done. Oh, dog. Hello, dog. An old hound in a straw hat. Both have seen better days. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lysette Antiques. Furniture, glassware, curiosities. Oh, hey, man. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. Damn! Did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles? Whiskey? Lost a tire or something and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? Her name is Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. Bet it's just a few feet off the horizon. I got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You gotta stop and breathe in that road. I bet while you're out there driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line and you just... Well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. You like poetry? Oh, I just like to listen to the TV. I do a lot of poetry on the... I used to do a lot of poetry on the computer, but I don't have the ear for it lately. Listen, you and Blue would have been driving down 65 all night. Dog would drive us the other side of... Well, to get there, you have to take the 0. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up the directions. You'll have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those whining lights back up anyway. Too darn quiet out here. Basement door's back there in the office. Appreciate their help, friend. And here, take this lamp. It gets dark. Okay. Lamp button. Oh, the where you choose to go is... It's a little horseshoe. Like, it's a little horseshoe set. Hi, Blue. You want some jerky? Blue? Blue? No? Okay. Basement. Yeesh. Basement people. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. Ahem. Y'all seen a breaker box down here? Did you hear something? No, sorry, I was looking at the rules again. Gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? Means you go pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. So it's your turn now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? I don't see it. You drop it? It should be easy enough to find. Glows in the dark. Okay. I do not see it. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing glowing in the dark. There it is. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Folding chairs are arranged in the worn card table. The chairs are empty, and the surface of the table is bare. I mean, I'll put it on that table. They needed it. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. 2. No consumption of beer or spirits in the premises. 3. In the case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. 4. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Okay, I'll get the fuck out of here, I guess. The fuck's down there? Well, I'm not staying down here for more than 3 minutes. You read the sign. There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. There were some people down in your basement playing some kind of game, but they're gone now. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. So, computers in the office, you're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around the roads. She'll get you to the 0. The password is, damn. I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? It's kind of long, kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. Okay. I guess I'll figure out your fucking computer password. Taps the key, waking the computer from its reverie. User. Joseph. Password. Stars drop away. The moon throbs. The lights whine. There we go. Password accepted. How's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Games. Games is not real. Okay. Address book. Dogwood Drive. Address Dogwood Drive is not real. The Zero? Address The Zero is not real. Marquez. Marquez residence, 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see the ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it. You got it? Out there in Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, while you're down there, I loaded up that old TV of mine into your truck. Okay, what the fuck? I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a couple of years ago, and now the power's all weird over here. I can't pick up anything but static and public access anyway. She's always more of a reader, but maybe she wanted back at home. It's a nice TV. I want to touch more buttons. Messages. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmark.mail. Message 2 is from accountsconsolidated.mail. From Donald at hotmark.mail. Fragments dim and lovely forms. Message. Joseph, I know it's been a while and I know you're still sore. There's a whole world in here and we need to help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp and we are old and lame. Never mind, I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab when with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message. Accounts consolidated.mail. Account standing urgent. Dear Equus Oils, there is an urgent automated message to your account that is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. Sincerely, your friends at Consolidated Power Company. Yeesh. I'm really curious what the fuck is down there. I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, it just doesn't go anywhere. Gotcha. Can't go down there. Alright. Truck moment. What's over here? I'm curious. Nothing. Come on, Blue. Conway scratches behind Blue's right ear. How's it going, Blue? How about a treat? Here's some jerky from the gas station attendant. He's a bit odd, isn't he? I guess the night shift will do that to you. What do you think of this place? Seems like they're really on the rocks. Truck moment. Truck moment. There we go. Back on the road. Alright, so Aqueous Oils, we want to go up we want to go up 65. Northeast on 65. And turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Yeah, that's the one. There it is. Burning tree. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. We take a left. Marquez Farmhouse. Act 1. Scene 2. Marquez Farmhouse. Or is it Marquez? I know there's an accent mark, but I don't know what it's supposed to do. Guess we just need to head up the path here. Farmhouse is up the hill a bit. Maybe I can borrow you a treat up there. Gotta make sure to keep getting treats for Blue. The street light lamps a street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. Oh, there it is. Personal graveyard. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Nowakowski, Padilla, Marquez. Nice car, I think. Nice, rhombuses. Nice ominous rhombuses. Oh, those are trees. Okay. Hello? I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? Sure, it's a nice house. I know. I like the large beams that run across the ceilings. I like to sit in the house and think of the hills and bluffs surrounding us. Like a cradle. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed, and we built this one. It was very expensive, and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult to do, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here in the little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here. But I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. I actually have a TV here that I think belongs to you. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get to where you're going. The 0. I know. Okay. Here you go. Oh, a little spibberweb. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? Mom thought she heard ghosts in the static. I never had a problem with ghosts, but she did. I know about that. She was ill, wasn't she? Mentally, I mean. Kind of distant, fearful. No, just expressive. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised, are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. Okay? Oh, little Honesie's in the background. Hey, the television's over there. We're missing it. I like this big sign here. That's kind of nice. Hey. Hey, wake out. You spaced out for a minute there. What do you keep out in that barn? Used to be tools and feed, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders. That TV's picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. She has a workshop up north a ways by the lake. Right where Peony and the Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the Zero. I'd much rather have you find my cousin and fix my TV. But I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back on 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the Zero is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. So up north a bit, where Peony and Wax Road meet, is where the cousin is. I'm very intrigued by this. I don't know why the game is... I don't know why... Oh. She's gone. A disused wood-burning stove is set up in the ash-dusted corner of the room. It's cool to the touch. An abandoned spiderweb stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. A skillet is seasoned with dust. Well, the car's fully gone, too. I guess I'm just leaving the lights on? Oh, I can't go over there. Okay. Nothing here? Okay. To the truck, I guess. I'm very curious about these ghosts I keep encountering. There you are, Blue. Oh, yay. There's some horses out there behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lisette and Ira had? Yours didn't like to sleep in the barn either. Back in the truck. So going north to where Weaver and meet. 5 Dogwood Drive. Up north a ways by the lake, right where Peony and the Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. By the lake, huh? So that's gotta be up there. Mammoth Cave Road Museum. A sign in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. Okay. Conway steps through the museum's doors. A few feet inside the museum's doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. A book lies upon a table in the center of the room. An open hallway extends to the left. Large glass doors bar the path ahead. Look at the book. There's no title in the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. On the first page, someone has left an ink drawing of a horse. Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man working an antique adding machine, surrounded by whiskey bottles. Accidentally looked at the book again. Conway walks down the hallway to the left. Conway's steps echo against the hallway's marble floor and arched ceilings. Plexiglass boxes line the walls. The hallway dead ends on a darkened display case. Conway examines the darkened display case. The display case is several yards wide, but just a few feet off the ground. It's unlit. In the back corner of the darkened museum, very little moonlight creeps in. A gold-plated plaque on the surface of the case is a bit easier to read. It recounts the short history of fowl hunting in the region and then speculates, abruptly, about the nature of addiction. Conway examines the boxes on the walls. The first box, just a few feet into the hall, contains an assortment of bird wings. Some are missing feathers. One large, brightly colored wing almost glows in the moonlight. Its feathers are intact, but a piece of bone pokes awkwardly out from the tip. Conway walks to the glass doors. Glass doors won't budge. To apply more force would likely break them. I don't want to do that. Brownsville? Annetta? I don't think I'm in the right... I don't think I'm in the right direction. Nolan Dam Road. Which one is this? Union Light Dog Creek. Gap Hill. Cub Run. Cherry Spring. Priceville Road. Cub Run Highway. Oh, guitar player. A young man in gray-stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To the left is a blue mug, and to the right is a weathered dog. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. The young man whistles hoarsely, stops playing the guitar, then looks up at Conway. He rambles for a few minutes about the weather, the dog, and his music, and then returns to playing. He walks back into his truck. Conway finds he can hardly remember a word the young man spoke. Factory. A creek runs along the highway and turns towards a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partially obscured by trees, reads, "Amer Artificial Limb Factory." Oh, okay. By the Artificial Limb Factory, which should be L&N Turnpike Road, Charlie Moon Highway, Dixie Highway, Hardyville, Dixie Highway. Where is this place? Up northways by the lake, right where Peona and Wax Road meet. Big Bait and Tackle Shop. I think this is the entrance to the Zero. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. See, this is like a river. I don't know where. I guess this is probably a lake up here. Nolan Dam Road. Annetta Road. Airplane. Two shirtless, shoeless men push a light aircraft along the highway. Occasionally, one or the other slips a bit in the sweating asphalt, or stops to pull back his hair. The rubber's almost worn away. Soon, the men will be dragging this airplane. The men are nearly broken. Okay. So, how you guys doing? Having fun with your airplane? You know, you can probably start that thing. Just, you know, spin the prop. It might go. I'm gonna leave. Oh, Peonia. Okay, here we go. Rocky Hill Estates. Actually, what's all the way down here? Nothing? Well, here's Peonia, finally. Bait shop. Peonia and Wax. Conway pulls into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, handwritten side reads, Live bait. Minnows, small and also large for stripers. Night crawlers, chips and beer. A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into the grass and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open. I'll read the flyer. Computer-printed type in a bold font surrounds the clip art illustrated of the TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair, no model, too old, inquire within. We do not sell digital converter boxes. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks divide the shop lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water. I'll look at the tanks. 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside of each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray, the second one is a muddy pink, the third is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along its surface. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the artificial current. As his eyes near the surface of the water, he can see something colorful glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. A tremor spreads from his elbow to his fingertips and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water is running warm, under his skin now, and he has a sensation that something's about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on a rooftop, new shingles rough on his back, swelling in the noon sun. He's exhausted. They must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface, his wrists from breaking old sealant, his fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. A beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter, just to get his eyes open. Then a beer. He could offer to drive into town for lunch and stop at that place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe, but it's all an echo now. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. The cashier pokes to the tank, and then above it a few holes torn in the wall. Nail holes from the electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and then returns to the cash register. I was full on getting zapped. Well, you know, I'm going to keep reaching into these. Conway reaches into the second tank. Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Pass. Conway's hand brushes up against something roughly the size of his palm. Conway reaches deeper into the tank. Conway's hand comes into contact with a scaly, uneven surface. As he runs his fingers along the bottom, a bead of sweat bridges the inches from his temple to the water's surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. Conway approaches the counter. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle. Conway asks about Shannon Marquez's workshop. A handwritten sign by the door behind the counter reads, "TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier." The cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, and then points it out to Conway. Okay. "Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I'll see you there or what. Ready either way." Okay. Just fully was not there. Old mine, huh? I assume that's the entrance to Route 0. 0 on-ramp. Yeah. Get back on 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. Actually, I mean, if we're getting on an on-ramp somewhere else, we might as well just drive around a little bit, see what there is to see. Hell, I haven't had to pay for gas yet, so might as well just drive around a bit. Hardyville Road, Jackson Highway, the Grand Highway, Coral Hill Road. What's down here? Big intersection of places. Must be a city. Nothing interesting out there, though, apparently. Barren River RECC. The exterior of the Barren River Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is a dingy beige, sprinkled with fading graffiti. The front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark. I'll look in a window. The windows are too dirty to see anything inside, but a few dim shapes. Furniture, maybe, or livestock. Alright, I'll go in. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk, host to a disconnected telephone and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray painted along the walls. Yeah, it's a disconnected telephone, so I'm not really going to pick it up. Hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance. Barely. Okay. The door at the far end of the hallway is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds in from its edges. I'll open it. The handle is loose and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smell of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning against the walls, and some arranged into stacks of firewood. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into a styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it, and they all return to watching the fire. Well, that's nice. Anyway, Route 0, as is the name of the game. Act 1, Scene 3. Elkhorn Valley. Conway brushes some dirt off Blue's hat. Does Blue have a hat on? How's it going, Blue? Hey, you got something on your hat. Pick that up on the road? You like it out here, don't you? Picking up strange dirt on the road? Act 1, Scene 4. Oh, okay. Sure. Elkhorn Mine. That was a fast scene. Shannon speaks in the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. No, it's fine. I'll figure it out. That's true. Yeah, and I appreciate that, but... Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. No work tomorrow. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on, and I'm looking for the on-ramp, too. You believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. What haunts you? Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Well, look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lisette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine? Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now, I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady named Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway, with... With what? Weaver Marquez, do you know her? So you saw her, tonight. I know Weaver. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions. That's right. Did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we've been hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. So, what are you doing down here, Shannon? I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or, anyway, she talked to me. Hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to look to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. What are you looking for? I'm not exactly sure. I have a few ideas. I'll know it when I see it. It's not a bad thing, you show up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. Runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going down into it, I'll find your on-ramp and whatever else, and we gotta keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. Now, I've got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we could find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Topology. Okay. Topology. That's the science of continuous space, my friend. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together. Blue, you gotta stay up here. Go on, Blue. You're gonna stay out by the car, okay? I think. Nope. I guess you're coming with me. There runs the old mine's PA system. You think it still works? A little light on the front of it is off. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep this stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script, you know? And if you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, well, you had to put a token in. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. Can we power it up? I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours and I'll go unplug the ceiling lights. Conway fidgets with the change in his pockets. I heard the speakers back here crackle up a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying in something into the mouthpiece. Well... Okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Rubs a finger along the surface of the mouthpiece. Hums a deep tone. Whistles. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Alright, I'll set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Or tell me a story about something. What did you have for breakfast today? Here's a story. I used to work doing roof repair. My boss got a real big job out in Louisville. Should have taken seemed like a big project, but doable. But then the thunderstorm hit and it was too late anyhow. Got it? Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. I hope you're ready to stoop a bit. Nah, you're probably used to it. One more test. We need to know if the air is breathable or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Thinks about resting. Remembers a moment earlier in the day. Gathering some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute. Visualizes a cold drink. Breathes in and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit and balls. Act 1, Scene 5. Elkhorn Mine. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg's stuck. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? I think it's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful, I'm right here. Damn, don't worry, I got you. That leg's in bad shape. Here, let's get you out onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit, then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. Oh, hey, Unfunny Man. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the cafe. We're playing We're playing Kentucky Route Zero, which is a point-and-click adventure game about a spooky, spooky little tunnel in the bottom of Kentucky. Greetings. Where were you streaming? How'd it go? Controls. Oh, there we go. Why is there a birdcage on this thing? I guess it wasn't a mine. Fallout 4 with crowd control. Ooh. What does crowd control do for Fallout 4? I'm kind of curious. Summons legendaries or something? A turntable, huh? Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself. But this whole branch was underwater last I heard. Allows the spawning of anything. Oh my god. How'd that happen? Some careless miner, some unattended machine bored through into an underground lake. The water came in pretty fast, and lots of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of it from how it went from there. Sanitized for the breathe. You know how these big companies are. From explosions of Nuka-Cola to friendly death claws. And Unfunny Man is wonderful. Oh, I know. Unfunny Man is pretty cool. But there was gossip, too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then, it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It doesn't matter now. Look, this whole turntable's still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks if the water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up in the turntable is from the company's store. Just junk, you know? Miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is which down here. It's all so dim and gray. Connects 2 clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electric panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... the bat feeder and the scarecrow. Sadly, I have to raid and run. It's coming to midnight and I've been awake for some time. Oh, don't worry about it. Have a good rest. Oh, shit. Tracks are all messed up here. Tram isn't going any further. Wonder what's down that tunnel. That's a good question. Can I hop off? I guess not. Alright, so I guess we're going to the, I think it's the rowboat and the casket? Pendulum in the casket. Which is a weens ominous, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, you gotta go where you gotta go. Gotta keep on moving forward. This seems promising. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape, but starved for power. Damn. Fuck. What's that? Oh, that's the tape player. Oh, I didn't know those were still down there. You been down here before? Not this deep, but I know about the tape machines. When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time recording miners' songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they get someone on their lunch break to sing into their microphone. Then, I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project, gave the archivists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. What happened to the archivists? They got out. When the flood came, they left. Not much going on with that. I guess I haven't tried to go backwards on any of these tracks besides the one that came from the entrance. So I might as well. Oh. Oh, looks like a cave-in. Oh. Stage. Damn, it's almost totally intact. Thought it would have been destroyed. What is this place? It's a recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but this is where the archivists would record, and I guess then they sequester themselves down by that tape deck we found to listen to the recorded songs. What do you think the archivists were after? Data, I guess? Comparing intonation, subject matter, dictation. You know, all those little details that nobody really thinks about when they listen to music. Yeah, academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here. Well, I'm curious. Nothing? Okay. Let's try the Bat House again. Bat House and Scarecrow. And hopefully we can find something going backwards. Bat Feeder and Scarecrow. You know, I wouldn't guess that was a bat feeder, but, I guess anything could eat out of that, as long as it could reach it. You hear that? Kind of a muffled rumbling. Maybe we're near water? Could be. There was an underground lake around here years ago. Guess that's why they stopped digging so abruptly here. I don't hear any rumbling. We should head forward and try turning the lights off, see if anything changes. But I guess we'll go back to the original track, just to see. Nothing. Shannon connects the two clip leads from a signal generator. We're on the track between the Bat Feeder and the Scarecrow, so, the Animal Bones and the rowboat. And it's gonna be really lame if I go forward and it's just like, you needed to grab the, you need to grab that tape player. Huh. Oh, that's the exit. Thank God, okay. Let's go. Yeah, okay, that tunnel where the tracks were broken. I'd like to take a look down there. If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look around. Sure, okay. I'll be right here. I was kind of hoping we'd play as Shannon. Oh, maybe we do. The broken tracks, that was along the bat feeder and the scarecrow. That is a fuckload of helmets. Definitely would be nice to have. There's Blue. Just hanging out by the truck. Blue, you should probably get to the truck, I feel like. Oh, no, that's me. Okay. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled. I open the blue notebook. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be an esoteric German shorthand is actually a love poem written in anagrams. Conway opens the red notebook. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts correlating the seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal halls. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the mine cart tracks, collecting pieces of... Oh yeah, this place. These notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are archivists? Are the archivists? No, we were his parents and the archivists. My parents were miners. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's painful. Oh, I got some painkillers here that could help you out. I got them from the friend while I sprained my wrist installing a security system. You better let me drive, though. They're pretty strong. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. I guess I need to find another route to Dogwood Drive. Yeah, alright. Well, maybe asking Weaver about the Zero was the wrong place to start. Maybe we should just ask her about its specific directions. Her answers are complicated enough without a layer of indirection at the question. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan. Yeah, I know where it is. Right in the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or just back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. Hey, Blue. Lyset's Antiques. I guess this is your truck? This is my truck. Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. I got some dried banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? I don't really like them anyway. Bananas. Time to go. I like the farmhouse. I'm probably gonna go back to the farmhouse. Act 1, Scene 6. Marquez farmhouse. Of course, maybe the farmhouse wasn't the play, given that my leg is all fucked up. Because this is going to be a bit of walking. Oh, is she helping Conway up the road? That's nice. There's nobody buried here, you know? It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. What are the names on the headstones? Nowoski, Padilla? I don't know those names. Maybe the people who lived here before? Padilla, I think, is actually the name. I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Oh, look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. I guess you can probably get the TV working at least. So this is where she was? Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all, yo. My parents never were like that until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was the canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too. A lot of it. All tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something? Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about... something about using math to translate between Spanish and English? I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. Yes, she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning, the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. Okay. I guess we two aren't the only ones she's been talking to. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there, well, that is a damn antique for you. I had a model just like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded. The screen is leaking light a bit. Come on. I bet Lisette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. I mean, for sure. She said you could fix it anyway, so... You want to look at the horses? Oh, yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been on in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay. I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that should be seeing something now. You seeing anything? A little bit to the left. Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north-south and... Oh. Uh-huh. That's Kentucky 0, alright. End of Act 1. Limits and demonstrations. Oh, it's okay, so it's 1, limits and demonstrations, 2, the entertainment, 3. Okay. Limits and demonstrations. A Lula Chamberlain retrospective. Marking the first major public showcase of her work in over 20 years, the retrospective exhibition of work by the pioneering installation artist Lula Chamberlain comprises a diagonal slice through time, place, and form. The pieces on display here were individually debuted over a period of 35 years, designed in Chamberlain's various homes and studios between her beloved Mexico City and her native Elizabethtown. They represent a wide range of scale and impact, from intimate warmth of vertex texture fetch and the infamous visage, the latter of which requires vertical clearance of over 30 feet. Yet those works share a confounding legacy. In each of their debut exhibitions, they were nearly impossible to install. Galleries and museums balked at the scale, power requirements, and highly skilled labor involved in maintaining these works for display. Some of their debuts collapsed under the weight of logistics, only to be successfully executed much later. And so, just as they describe the outer limits of Chamberlain's range as an installation artist, the geographical edges and vertices of her itinerant home life, and the beginning and end of her distinguished career, the works on display here also trace the extremes of our capabilities and the frontiers of our patience as both viewers and exhibitors. Are we capable of viewing these works as they were meant to be viewed? Do we even want to be? Basement puzzle number 2. Artist, Sunset, and Horse. 1976. Plaster and wire. What do you think she means by puzzle? Yeah, weird. I guess it's just something you can solve? They must be symbols. Artist, sunset, horse. Or it's an anagram? Or like a code? Maybe it's not a puzzle, but it's just about a puzzle. Maybe it's a puzzle, but there's no right answer. That is kind of sad. Overdubbed Namjoon Peak installation in the style of Edward Packard. 1967, 1973, 1980. Magnetic tape, handheld tape playback head, speaker system, voice of the artist, computer synthesized speech. Oh, I read about this one. It's interactive. How's it work? Yeah, it's just a bunch of old tape, and then you run this tape playback head along it. And you just listen to recordings, I guess? Let's try it out. I think you start in the middle. As Bob drags the playback head along the tape, a woman's voice issues unsteadily from the speakers. We start in the middle. Donald and Joseph are in the hallway. I am in the office. The walls are lined with filing cabinets. A few drawers hang open. The door is ajar. A massive computer looms in the corner. There are some punched cards on the floor. A synthetic voice recording spliced awkwardly into tape lists out options in monotone. To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches. Examine cards. Bob moves the playback head to another strip of tape. Encoded in the holes punched through these cards is a first draft of the poetic subsystem. I can't reach punch cards by sight. Donald can, I think. Anyway, this version was pretty underwhelming. Activate computer. So loud, I love it. I'm now holding 2 punched cards. On one of them, Joseph has scribbled a note. Caves. The other is blank. To insert Caves card, rotate 11 degrees and advance 2 inches. To insert blank card, rotate 95 degrees and advance 14 inches. Show me Caves. We're on a dirt trail in the park. Or, well, it's not really a trail. It's a trail! It's more like a tendency. There tend to be fewer plants here on the path we've been walking. Now we're walking along the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to mossy rocks as the ground sinks into darkness. Joseph and Donald are following rope down into the cave. They have computer equipment tied to their backs. So do I. To enter the cave, rotate 65 degrees left and advance 4 inches. That's the only choice? Yeah, that's the end of that one. So, 65 degrees, 4 inches. That's the last trip. So everything's down here now. The final resting place. Don't be so morbid. To remember a fond gesture, rotate 180 degrees and advance 23 inches. To regret a harsh word, rotate 12 degrees and advance 6 inches. Let's remember. It's morning now. I'm in the car. I'm driving to work. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape, and I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow. And then who knows? I've been recording onto this tape for 15 years, I think. A lot of other things happened. So here's a story. When I met Donald and Joseph, they were both students, and I was in a band performing on campus. They came to my show, and then we met at some bar and had a few drinks together. Joseph wanted to impress me, so he stole a metal cocktail tumbler and gave it to me. We got kicked out, wandered drunkenly until morning, and then finally ended up at a diner. And now I use the tumbler to store extra pens on my desk. So I'm almost out of tape. I guess I'll just let it run out while I drive. No instructions? No, that's the end of this tape strip. I don't think we ever reached this long one at the top here. Is it cheating to skip over there? I won't tell a soul. Think of our work, our research. You'll die in that damn cold caves, and what about those men? You know they'll come back. We'll go deeper, that's all. They'll never find us. Did you hear their voices? They're not... They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right, we can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down to the zero. You'll be lost forever! But we need your voice for the machine, Lula! It only recognizes your voice! I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail. And then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Oh. This does seem impossible to maintain, to be fair. Visage, 1984, unknown media. What's that made of? It's a mystery. Looks like ribbon? Bandages? Oh, have you seen The Invisible Man? It's slice the visage to build a visage. A puzzle to its owner. What? It's a poem I read. I think it was written by a computer. I think it's lovely. A visage around a vending machine. With something around it? Yeah, there's definitely a face in there. And a cowboy hat. Huh. Oh, the TV is here. Vertex texture fetch, tree, television, and suspended cathode ray tube. 1968. Found materials. The picture on the TV. What is that? It's a lighthouse? No, it's a weather vane. Or a windmill or something. Is it a lighthouse? What the fuck? I want to go to an art exhibit that just makes me say, what the fuck? Spinning coin suspended, corrected for angular motion. 1976, found materials. Corrected for angular motion. So it's just an animated video, like it's a video of a coin spinning, but only on the frames that it's, like facing the same direction or with the camera following the spin exactly. So it seems like it's not moving. I feel so strangely alive. Yeah, like it's about to fall over. You mean the whole thing's about to fall over? Yeah, it's kind of anxious, right? I feel like we startled it, and now there's this uncomfortable pause. I feel really drawn to it, but it just makes me nervous. Oh, okay. So Limits and Demonstrations was the entrance. Yeah, I guess I'm ready to go. Yeah, I need to get to work anyway. This show is not exhausting. This show is fucking awesome. Act 2. Also, those were the 3 people we saw in the basement earlier that disappeared. Attention, Lula Chamberlain, aka your application. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably, we can only award 1 fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Jammer Sammy. Hi, Uplink! Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Your obsvid. Robert. Your obedient servant, Robert, I think. Lula folds the paper up and puts it in her handbag. In a union now, and I don't have to read these anymore. Can you stop? No. Folder of writing paper on our desks. Dearest Robert, thank you for your kind note. Though it has been years since my name appeared in a gallery program, except on an occasional dusty curiosity in a group show, or as the impertinent subject of some misguided retrospective, I continue to... something gratitude, yours in situ, Lula. Busy? How are you, Rick? I shouldn't complain, so... did you get my note? About the office party? I'm going stag. Oh, yeah, that's... I mean, hey, I'm probably not going anyway. Lots to do, you know. A lot of new drafts, so... So, how'd your application go? I was in the mailroom. I saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just saw... It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? This Astrobot game looks so good. The Astrobot game does look pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Act 2, Scene 1. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Shannon, what's up? Didn't we just pass through this place? I don't think the Zero operates like the roads we're used to. I don't understand it either. So, what is this place? Looks like an office building. Yeah, an office building in a cathedral. This is weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? I guess there's no windows and there's some boxes piled up in where we are, so inside, I think. I know both, actually. Huh, okay, very poetic. Well, maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. Hey, Blue. Got a good rest in the truck? Sorry about all the walking. I'm sure it's hard on your creaky paws, too. So he's fishing. Also, Blue is a little dog with a hat. I think she's like the main promotional material for the game. It's fucking orange out. Yeah, a little bit. End of the line? See, maybe it's still under construction. Well, work seems to have stopped for the moment. No, like here? Oh. Down the stairs, I guess? No? I don't know, it's kind of scary. A lightning bolt just hit nearby? That's kind of cool. I do love lightning myself. Oh, there's some people up there. And now we wait. Well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Want to settle a bet? I'm actually pretty busy, but sure, what's up? Can you be both inside and outside at the same time? Wow, okay. Is that like a philosophy thing, or are you just lost? Yeah, I guess it is a bit philosophical. Huh, okay. I wouldn't say you're dressed like a philosopher. I wouldn't say so either. Just a hobby, then. I get it. I take care of the heating and cooling here and watch the front desk, but at home I do watercolors. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. I saw your truck and thought... But you don't really look like one of the boys from the distillery anyway. What are you celebrating? Oh, the less I understand, the better. When I'm here, I keep the fans turning the furnace hot and listen for the bell. When I get home, I'm a different person. I don't have to think about it. I just paint. Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. You know where that is? Dogwood... Nope. You're gonna need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first we gotta get you in the system, so you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now let's see. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon. Wanda's out on a site. Let's make some calls and see if we have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting area. Or just take a look around. Have you seen our grotesques? Yo, this game has 4. I don't know about that one. Are those the grotesques? The boxes? Oh, they're televisions. The television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. A hermit crab scuttles across the beach. Its shell is in an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab. The television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces for its nest: a scarf, a plastic shopping bag, a bit of a young girl's hair. The nest is warm, but precariously fragile. Sorry, Marianne, I'm still looking around. I'll be with you in a sec. Oh, this is the waiting area, huh? The books are piled on a table: a service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of a stack. Okay, I'll pick it up. The envelope reads, Bureau of Secret Tourism. It contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. Huh. I guess it's just the elevator after this. Anything over here? Oh, there she is. That's Lula, the artist. And Rick's up there. And I don't know anybody else's names yet, except for Marianne over here. And, you know, Conway and Shannon, who are our main characters at the moment. Oh, good. I thought you'd left. People can be so impatient, you never know. Well, I have you meeting with Lula Chamberlain. There we go, Lula. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor reviewing some diagrams. The elevator's just back to the left there. 5th floor. It doesn't look like the 5th floor. That looks like maybe the 3rd floor at most, frankly. This isn't exactly a route. This is like just kind of an area. I guess that's why I call it the 0. She's on 5th floor, right? Clerk's office's conference room. Bears. Bears. We have to go to Bears floor. There are full-on just a bunch of bears up here. Why are you guys getting out? There's a fuckload of bears. That's kind of spooky. Well, I guess we might hang out. We must hang out with the bears. There are truly just a bunch of bears on this floor. Hey, what's up, bear? How's it going? Alright, guess I'll just, I'll be going. I'll be on my way. Bears. That is a fuckload of boxes. I can see Lula on the 1st floor, it looks like. But, we might as well check out the other floors first. She's on the 5th floor, right? Yeah, well, we're gonna go to the 4th floor first. I want to check out those boxes. Nothing to look at? Went outside to see why it was orange, and some water hit me in the mouth when I looked up. The dreaded orange sky water blast. Well, I guess we'll go to 5th then. It doesn't look like she's up there, but there's somebody up there I can talk to. Since I can't interact with anything else I'm seeing. 5th floor, diagrams and drafts. Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small leather notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that. Sorry, we're looking for... are you Lula Chamberlain? No. You just missed her, actually. She was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now on the first floor. Barely made a dent in those diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which... Here, let me fix that for you. There you go. See ya. I mean, it's no bear's room. It's no bear's floor, but, okay, her office is down on the first floor. That I knew. Hi, bears. Hello, you lost? We're looking for Lula Chamberlain. Oh, no, she's much too busy. Let's get some of your junior clerks to sort your paperwork first so we don't waste any of Miss Chamberlain's time. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you'll need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Clerk Metzstein about that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Happy to help. Okay. Metzstein. Hey, Lula. I'm not going to bother you. Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. I just need your ingestion card and a list of the last 5 permanent addresses. Ingestion card? Oh, no ingestion card. Okay, that's okay. Just go talk to Clerk Bohm first, and he'll get you set up with one. Clerk Bohm is just over there in the corner. Happy to help. Okay. Hey, Bohm, can I get a card? Howdy. Here for an ingestion card? No problem. He rummaged through some papers on his desk. Happy to help. Opens a few folders and quickly closes them. Looks like I'm out, but I know there's some back in the archive. Document. I have to go to the documents czar. This is just a runaround. Where's Lula Chamberlain? Oh, no, it's... I mean, that's her right there, in the cardigan. Hey, Lula. Sorry to bother you. Having fun in the paperclip labyrinth? Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me. The receptionist said you could point us in the right direction? The concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to go? We're looking for 5 Dogwood Drive. My computer's least favorite thing to do is function. Oh no! Dogwood Drive. That's funny. Do you know I used to live on a Dogwood Drive? That was years ago. A grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. I had a few roommates. We all worked at the university. I had a dog. I drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures. But that Dogwood was a surface road. With a name like that, it would have to be. What are you doing on the 0? My cousin Weaver sent us this way. Your cousin Weaver? Weaver Marquez? I hadn't expected to hear from her again. You know her? She came through here as an intern. One of my old colleges must have referred her. Oh, do you know? I never asked. Anyway, it's not so much challenging work here, much less for a gifted mathematician. She helped translate some notes and architectural plans I picked up in Mexico. She was very bored. We used to sit on the steps by the river, on our lunch break, and talk about geometry. I hope she wasn't in trouble. I lost touch with her so suddenly. I had recommended she go see some old friends of mine at the university about a new acoustic surveying venture. Has Limbus been taking forever to connect for you? Limbus does take a while to connect sometimes. Hi, Fen. I often worry she became wrapped up in some tenured professor's quixotic research project. You know the type. Gray-haired, intellectual, narcissistic. Well, that is... I guess she sent you here because she respected me. Thought I could help. Weaver's a dear girl, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. But where's the Dogwood Drive you lived on? Maybe it's the same one. No, it's not possible. The Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets, you see. Too many streets with the same names. It was never a problem before, but now we have all these databases, and it's all too confusing for the computer. The computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims the error. Name collisions, they call them. Up Dog Drive. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another must be Large Leaf Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan Flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive. Or so we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, of which we have an abundance here. You have a record of those streets? I expect we must. They'll be up in the Archives and Records, 4th floor. It'll be filed under O for autonyms, probably, or G for generic, or maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name was changed. Hey kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the searching for esoteric road names. I simply won't stand for it. Archives and Records. So, 4th floor. I know that one. I was there in the boxes room for a little bit. Right after I said hi to the bears in the bears floor. Jesus Christ, all the boxes. Damn, this place is a mess. Okay. Let's take a look through the logbook, I guess? Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging. Small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Inside front cover. Document staff. Please do not transfer any more records from storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc. But air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. Back cover. Failing antique shops folder is missing. Listed and checked in page 63, but not present. Page 1. All the letters she recommended were past these. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back over a period of few days. Baseball courts, basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. Single set of documents relating to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Check-in. Failing antique shops. Monday, 3 p.m. Signee Ed Bohm. Huh. Nothing. Me neither. Half these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything with an O, G, or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look. This clerk up here? I was gonna check on Bohm. Just because he signed off on something here. But, maybe the clerk will know. Okay, your office is down on the 1st floor. Are we talking, I guess we're going back to talk to Lula. I have a feeling she's gonna send me up to this guy. Hey, Lula. How's it going? Nothing? That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently, and it's a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago. Can you believe it? And the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. That's where you'll find street name records, I expect, at the church. Marianne at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're out on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs, and I know he works at night. His home office is a small neighborhood on the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other. Okay. Let's go see Dr. Bowman first. I simply don't want to deal with this leg any longer. Lobby. And we gotta ask for some directions. Because there's nothing to do in this place if not get lost. Hi, Marianne. Get what you need? Be straight with me. What is this place? Just another office, lady. Just another not just another job. But you kicked out a congregation to set up your office? I wasn't here for that, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. Still, I wouldn't judge until I've seen everything. They got a new church now. The Bureau set it up for them out of their old storage space. I'm sure it's very nice. Go see it for yourself. Just get back on the Zero and drive until you hit the Crystal. Then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it. Okay. Till we hit the Crystal, huh? Hey, Blue. Into the truck. Okay, so there's the Bureau. We want the old green. The Jaws. The Batwings. The Cactus. All directions was river tunnels. Dymaxon Gallery, Mineral Springs Meditation Tunnel, Deep Valley. 270-301-5797. Huh. The lightning bolt. The sandwich. That is just a brick between two pieces of bread. The ecosynchahedron. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Shannon's gonna take the wheel. Self-storage. I don't even know what self-storage is. The Crystal. I'm still looking for this doctor. What's this place? I think this is where the church is. But we gotta find that doctor. Act 2, Scene 2. St. Thomas Church. You store yourself, duh. Fair enough. I haven't seen the Crystal, so I haven't been able to just turn around. Is that it over there? I don't see any congregation. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows, I guess. You guys got a doctor in here? Or can you tell me where to get to the doctor? Oh, here for the night mass? Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange, a church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the number quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they just lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, and he left his old tapes. Same with the organist. Found some old acetates in the Bureau archives, photos of people in churches. So I keep it running. You do what you have to, right? Right now we're trying to find some Bureau documents. Oh, you're from the Bureau. I moved all those documents to Unit C315, make room for the Mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. I need to get the night Mass started, but you can borrow my keys. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I better get this running. Is your whole family Catholic? Oh, no, we're not religious. I just watched and listened while the congregation did all this stuff, and I probably don't understand as much of it as you might think. Anyway, I know how to run the overhead projector and the tape player. At least I know enough to keep it going, right? How do you like working here? It's okay. I don't really know what else I would do. I used to play a lot of card games, you know, in high school. Some of my friends went to college, but most of them just got jobs. Maybe in a few years we'll be hanging out in bars playing darts or something. You're not allowed to play cards in the bar because it looks like gambling. My leg is killing me. I bet everyone's telling you to go see a doctor. Hey, I get it. Too expensive. My dad cut his arm pretty bad on a job, but he stitched himself back up because we didn't have health insurance. But then his hand didn't work very well, and he got pretty depressed, and eventually just sort of... Well, I guess I don't know what he should have done. Who knows, right? So is this like a hobby? If you asked me what my hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run the slideshow, and I play the tapes, and I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously, but nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in, I don't think. And I don't remember them anyway. Hi, got it. Just talking about work and hobbies. What? I found what we came here to get. The file and street name changes? You don't look good. Let's head back to the Bureau and get this straightened out. And then maybe we should go see that doctor that clerk recommended. Yes, I would definitely like to get... get Conway to the doctor. That, he does not seem to be getting, better. He seems to be getting worse. By, like, a significant amount. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Are you okay? You hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you out onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man. Look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to go see that doctor. Yes, you do. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. About to be a Resident Evil game here? Yeah, honestly. The Bureau's the only way I know. Some of the folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, and then turn around. Okay. I definitely saw the crystal. There's the crystal. Turn around. Bureau. Do we have a doctor or the Jaws? Turn around. Oh, it's the Bureau again. Okay. Act 2, Scene 3. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. This bureau definitely has a control type vibe, but that's not surprising. Alright, let's see if we can find this fucking doctor. Oh, a cat. Hello. Can you tell me how to get to the doctor? Back so soon? Can we talk to the clerk Lula Chamberlain again? I'm afraid she left in a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting? She seemed pretty interested in my cousin Weaver. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate? I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. We got a few more things to see down here, I'd say. I think we have to find the doctor before we go anywhere else. I'm gonna try and go to the crystal and then turn around again. Of course, I don't think I ever got any directions that were written down, which is a bit of a shame. No. Crystal, turn around. That's self-storage. Crystal, turn around. The pipe organ. Interesting. So we're definitely somewhere different now. The staircase. The projector. The bell. The tree. The sprocket. I think she said it was somewhere near the green. The anchor. The bicycle. Feather. Wheelbarrow. Antlers. Scarecrow. It's the bureau again. Son of a bitch. Don't make me come back here and be like, well, Conway doesn't need to go to the doctor. Oh, scene 4 now. Huh? We skipped scene 3? Can somebody please tell me where the doctor is? Nobody seems to want to help, to help Conway, not limp for the rest of his life. Got a few more things to see down here, I'd say. Can somebody please tell me where the doctor is? Please. Lula's not here anymore, but maybe somebody else can tell me where the doctor is. Hello? Is there a doctor in the house? No, I guess not. I really, really wish the directions to the doctor had been written down somewhere. But, I guess Conway's just gonna limp for the rest of his life. Or maybe they'll force us to go to the doctor at some point. That'd be nice. No, don't go. Okay. I guess we'll get ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lula's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Okay, there we go. Of course, this is a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just as you pass the observatory just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Okay, right at the observatory. And then north up the river. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Radio towers. Roughly circular cluster of narrow radio towers sprout from a muddy field. A ragged chain-link fence strung up around the field to do very little to keep out vandals. Birds and other animals avoid the area. It is forcefully silent. Try to tune the truck's radio. Conway and Shannon try to tune the truck's radio. The truck's radio hasn't worked for years. Not so much as a whimper of static. Let's go to the center then. Conway and Shannon walk into the center of the cluster. The chain-link fence easily folds out of the way. Shannon holds a corner of it off the ground as Conway crawls under. Inside of the fence, a subtle but perceptible hum disturbs the air. Listen. They listen. The hum is inaudible. It's more like a current of wind or a feeling of uneasiness. At the center of the circle, Conway notices the tremor in his vision. His left eyelid twitches. On the ground nearby, a few empty beer cans surround a circle of scorched earth like candles. Huh. Or was it the 65? I think we're supposed to be on the 35 or something. What did it say? Get on the 65 going southwest. Okay, take a right past the observatory and then go north. There's the observatory. And take a right. Dr. Truman's house? Question mark? The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum, still partially under construction. Museum. Okay. Maybe they have a doctor in there? Act 2, Scene 5. Museum of Dwellings. Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. Doesn't seem that weird. You didn't see the guy. Tall, kind of stooped over, limping bad. Looked like an old drunk if you ask me. Bet they were both drunks, breaking in here for the place, looking for a place to sleep it off. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere. But that's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. What were they talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that? I just shut myself up in my room and waited out. No sense getting involved. How'd they get in? Must have been one of the kids who left their front door unlocked. Something's got to be done. They run around like animals. You know that Flora left a can of soda on top of my shelter door and I almost killed myself slipping on that sticky mess the next morning? Something's got to be done. Not going there, I guess. Doesn't look like there's anywhere else to go. I don't think. No, there we go. I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray, and a few folders had been pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. Was anything missing? No. They just pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer, folks who moved elsewhere, but they filed that back out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they're looking for there. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, and seems like... I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Yeah, I get that, but how about that roof, huh? You write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I mean, I know you got this museum thing going on, but you don't want to be slumlords now. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window. We had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but you know, shady characters. They seem suspicious? I already told you, weirdos walking around door to door asking about Dr. Truman this late at night. I told them what I know, but in this weather? What do you know about Dr. Truman? I told them he moved up here in here with the rest of us when you folks brought up the neighborhood, then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I heard them banging around out there, so I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they wanted. I just put my headphones on and tried to ignore them, to tell you the truth. Do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit. I'd heard him working on his boat a bit earlier, before the storm started. Oh, they're colliding with each other. What was the young woman like? She was very sharp and mechanically minded. We talked a bit about the construction of my house. She was worried for her friend. Do you know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know if the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It's always been my fondest dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like the last one. Check the tent, I guess? I really like this flipped perspective thing. They were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Ha! Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. Train. No? No train? Okay. No train. I was playing in that empty cabin they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where he went, but I didn't tell him. Where did Dr. Truman go? It's a secret. Ezra told me, and I can't tell anyone else. Who's Ezra? He's my age. Doesn't really live here. He's just passing through with his brother Julian. First, they're going to help us, but I can't say any more about that. We have a lot of secrets. The lady asked me about my parents, and I told them they were upstairs in the greenhouse. Do you want to hear a weird story? Of course I do. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew, and he wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so he went inside. He took a long time exploring. I'm sorry I'm not talking more, honey. I'm here. That's fine. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. What did he find in the cabin? He went upstairs and he also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. What did he do upstairs? Not having a great time? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He looked in some boxes. He looked out the window. He could see the museum better than when he was downstairs. He could tell how all of it was put together. And the cabin, too. He could see the shape of it better from up there. Now, the part that is weird, he said he went into the basement. That cabin doesn't have a basement. He said he found a staircase in a closet. Then he found a rope leading into a long pit and he climbed down. The walls were covered in glowing moss. He used the light of the moss to find the lake at the bottom of the pit. He was a good swimmer, so he found his way back to the cabin. So then he came back out of the cabin, we said goodbye, and I didn't talk to them anymore. Conway's always getting up to some shit. Oh, there's that fucking... the barn. That was actually the entrance to the Zero. We ought to get some real chickens in that coop. Do some homesteading. None of these folks know how to live off the land, you know what I mean? It's just a display, another kind of dwelling. Yeah, no offense against you guys, I mean. I appreciate what all you've done for us. I think you need to get some real horses in the stable. Do you like horses? Not anymore. Now I like jungle cats. You should get some real panthers in the stable. Fuck yeah, panthers in the stable. That dog was in nearly bad shape as the old man, just sort of shrugging along. They found some treats in the doghouse exhibit. That seemed to cheer him up a bit. I can't go to the barn. Fuck. I'm so curious. Sure, I talked to him for a bit. Actually, we talked for quite a while. I wasn't busy. I was happy for the company. Couldn't sleep in a storm like that. Never could. What did you talk about? I had a bottle in my coat, and I could see the old guy looking at it, and his leg was hurt pretty bad, so I offered him some. He got real awkward about it. Bet he's in a program. Anyway, they were asking about Dr. Truman. I remember him. He was here for a bit, and then he left. So that's what I told him. The moment I recall most clearly from the short visit was the birdcage exhibit. The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well and examined the birdcage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She ran one fingernail along the barbs of the wire cage, marking out a tuneless scale like a child's xylophone. And then they moved on. forklift. Oh, an elevator. Oh, Blue's hobbling along. She'll get there. There she is. Definitely gonna want that umbrella now. That is a huge bird. What the fuck? They wouldn't come in. Just rushing around. You can tell they were worn. It was late at night, but just rushing around. There was some urgency of the older man's injury, so it's understandable. What were they looking for? They were looking for Dr. Truman, but of course, I had nothing to say. The man was hurt, you know. Where is Dr. Truman? He left, of course. We talked about it before. He left and we don't know how or when or what happened to his charming house. Well, we just don't know. I suppose he never will. Blue, watch out for the giant bird. I feel like it might grab you. I heard a shout from downstairs. The old man had stumbled in the rain. I stayed inside with the lights off. There's no sense in getting involved. Your lights are definitely on, though. Now, I didn't see or hear a thing all night. I was in back doing inventory when they came by. I got 30 cases of candles in it. Each one of those has got to be individually labeled, you know? But I heard from some of the other neighbors that they weren't up to any harm. Just passing through. Oh, is this Ezra? Yeah, there we go. I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? We got a couple of them at the shop, but this is the only one that runs. Oh yeah, with a truck like that, you gotta keep it up. That's why me and Julian don't use the truck. We just carry the houses. That sounds very impressive. Yeah, it's a big job. Me and Julian take him down to the forest every night, and then we bring him back at dawn before the museum opens. Is Dr. Truman in the forest? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago, and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. This museum's an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this. Or when they do, it gives them nightmares. So they take them out to the forest to sleep, and then they bring them back in the morning. Is your family out in the forest? Oh, no, I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them for a while, but... Anyway, we have a job to do here now. Take these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep. And maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to looking. Can you tell us how to get to the forest? You have to follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We were just about to go anyway. I've just got to call him over. Oh, this is Julian, the bird. Ah! Oh, fuck. Fully nabbed by this bird. Fully yoinked. So there's a Green River. Oh, okay. Green River, house, church. A country church with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Behind the church are several dusty metal trash cans, all closed. No dice? Okay. So it's Green River and then... The flayed hull of a country home smolders in the night. Parts of the property are obscured by smoke. I saw a Cybertruck yesterday. Oh, Jesus. Green River over the lake. The roads don't go there. It looks like a car that didn't render in a PS2 game. Yeah. That sounds about right. An all-night diner by the side of the road. The lights are off. Oh, there's Equus Oils. From this angle, the building looks strange and abstract, like a pile of interconnecting boxes and triangles. Is this it? Of course, there are a bunch of roads over here, so... Nolan River Lake. There's a bait shop. A large dirt parking lot surrounds the bait shop. A sign is vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar. A tiny gray figure walks along the side of the road, carrying what appears to be a guitar case. He's followed closely by a smaller shape. A dog? He looks tired. There's the mine. From above, a huge swaying tipple looks like a small wooden lattice framing the edge of the mine entrance. Oh, here we go. A shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limbs into a smart blue suit, and then trudges slackly out of view. What is this? Lake Cumberland. Oh, okay, this is where we needed to go. Should be a forest around here somewhere. And this is Cumberland River. I think we probably don't need to follow. I'm pretty sure it's just we need to... Was it between Lake Green or Green Lake River or something and Lake Cumberland? Or was it just by Lake Cumberland? Here we go. Forest. Act 2, Scene 6. A forest. Oh, there's Blue. Blue, what are you doing down here? It's okay. Just take it easy. I'll just close my eyes. I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg for a minute. We'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? I don't know. Well, who knows why we do anything, right? Somehow it seems important to me too. Maybe we'll figure it out when we get there. What do you like to do? Chase rabbits? Nah, you're too slow. I like you anyway. I think that's Conway again. Yeah, this is them again. Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there. These are some fine-looking trees. Huh, yeah, really nice. You a tree enthusiast? Just nice to have something to lean up on. You're in a lot of pain right now, aren't you? I just need the rest. We're almost there. Dr. Truman will have a nice couch or something you can rest on, and some medicine or something, I don't know. I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling. Do you have any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? Just Lisette's family, I guess. Oh yeah? Husband? Bunch of kids? Her husband Ira and I were friends. Oh yeah, you mentioned him, your old boss. Fierce-tempered, hard-working, up by his bootstraps kind of guy, right? Sounds pretty intense. Now, I guess I was always closest with Weaver. As close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age going up, so everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, you're a good listener. Have you ever been over to the lake? It's really deep. I bet I could swim to the bottom, though. He's inside with Dr. Truman. You coming in? Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks, too. I fix TVs, you know? Oh, cool, a TV scientist. I bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of these houses. But it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, and I could never get to sleep, so I just went to fly out every night with Julian. We flew really far, but we never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. They just left you? I don't think so. All our stuff was still there. Maybe they got lost somewhere. Let's go see what's on TV. I had a really big nap right before stream. It's a real shame too, because I realized it was National Burger Day or something. So a burger place near me was offering buy one get one on their really nice burgers, and I was really looking forward to that, but I slept too long. And yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. But what else can you do for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, you know, some kind of administrative thing? I don't know. Having what seemed like arthritis did it to my grandmother, and my best friend in high school destroyed his wrist building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I had somewhere to practice. Even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Nurofen TM. It's not so bad. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? My leg was crushed by falling rocks. Ah, crushing injury. Yeah, those can be pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed and a lot of little pieces to... You know what, never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be, right? Sorry, I'm gonna have to shoot you like an old horse. That's just the way it is. What are they singing about? They're singing about hard times. Yeah, everybody has it pretty rough right now. Even if you just want to go home, you'll have problems. Like it'll be too dark and you'll get scared. It's hard sometimes, but things have a way of working out. Dr. Truman's gonna help your friend. He'll be okay. But it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So, the anesthetic we'll use is called Neripnol TM. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is, I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then we'll have a normal conversation as the Neripnol TM takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with recently been acquired by Revenue, so it's a bit... Everything's just shapes, you know? It's just shapes. End of Act 2. The entertainment. Okay, May. Look, sometimes stuff is shapes, you know? Oh, okay. This is interesting. Hard times served. Fuck you, money time. Thank you for 24 months, Teeps. It's been a long time. Too goddamn hot. It's cool in here. Yep. Like Babylon outside. Goddamn, you're right. Well, cool in here. It's an oasis. I wonder how Ted's holding up. AC. Down there, that's all, they all have it. Sure, you're right. I've never been to Texas. Oh, sure. They all have AC. Too cold, almost. In July, even. He's got a hotel. Yeah, hotel life. That's living. Maybe too much. I mean, what's to stop him, really? Meet some tall thing at a hotel bar? Nah. Ted's a good man. Nah, I know. He wouldn't run around. You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Hard Times whiskey. Is that all you got? It's a good whiskey. Local. Yeah? You take deliveries from them? Sure. Act 1 sound cues. Distant highway. Director's notes. Lem Doolittle's original script for A Reckoning has almost no explicit stage directions. From the author's essays and letters, we know Doolittle thought of the writer as an equal partner with the actors. This is a real human conversation, not aliens wearing skin. I mean, it definitely seemed like that since when I looked back at him, he was looking directly at me. Called The Living Script. Given the lack of stage directions, student production is audacious. We have the right to lie, said dramaticist. Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard Times? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to judge? Sure, who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this bread for? Sandwiches. Rain's Law. Huh. The old ones went bad while you were on vacation? You have a good time. While the sandwiches rotted? Oh, you know me. Couldn't shut it off. Man, this ZZZ prequel is weird. 7 days on a beach and all I could think about was work. You know, the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess, you know? A hostess? At the lower depths. Huh. Crazy. Nah. It's not so crazy. I was in a bar. Down in, New Orleans. They had a hostess. Some dive. She seats you and, I don't know. Points out the specials. Could have specials every night in here. Drink specials. You make cocktails? Nah. Monday night, food specials. Monday night, chicken. I don't know. Grilled chicken? Caesar salad? Class it up, you know? Bess would have liked it. Here's to Bess. Yeah. Let me grab, here's to Bess. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. How about that sod in the corner? Not bothering anybody. Me? Been here long? As soon as I opened. Wednesday's special kinda okay chicken. Got started a bit earlier, I suspect. On a bender, huh? Sleeping in a ditch or something? You don't think... maybe Ted... Nah. Ted's a good man. Honest. Well-liked. He's liked, but... he's well-liked. Sales is a good fit. Selling hammers. Can you believe it? Somebody has to. The hammers. They don't sell themselves. Here. It's just hard. Ted on the road. It's tough all over. What to do all day? Come here, I guess? Sure. How long does this go on for? That's what I do. Whoa, close up. Good drinks, conversation, and the entertainment. Are you guys almost done, or... like, there's play directions and stuff, and there's a review happening. There's a bunch of people watching. What's tonight? Oh, tonight it's... oh, Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music, get my mind off Ted. Something romantic, you know? A love song from when the world was young. What time? Around 8, maybe. Well, set 'em up slow. Or I'll sleep right through it. Okay. Oh. There's a TV. Put it back on that weird dinosaur show, will ya? Nah, those history programs don't make any sense. I prefer the nature programs. They think they can just say anything on TV. I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible. I don't want to, like, can I go? We're in Act 2. Can I get the hell out of here? I don't want to read out a whole play. Oh, Jesus. Balls jump scare. About dinosaurs and the Ark. Been a long time since Sunday school for me. Do you go to church, though? No, not since Bess. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. Well, I'm curious to see where they're going with it. Kate, this game sucks. Every other part of this game has been really, really good. I don't know why this is dragging so hard. Dinosaurs on the fucking Ark, baby. I feel like I'm overhearing a conversation in a restaurant that's a little too empty. I mean, that's really what it is. It's because, like, I see the exit sign, which is what I had to interact with last time to leave. Did you interact with the road sound? I mean, I did look at it. Act 2 sound cues. Distant highway. Nature program. Drone number 2. Door opening. Door closing. Car passing by. That's it for that. Set designer's notes. Wakefield stuns in entertainment. The premiere at Buffalo Street Student Theater was a curiosity. 2 obscure plays by a local author, there are 2 of them, were simultaneously presented. Wait, huh? Were the pleasure of a handful of baffled patrons. Where's the second one? I don't see a second play. Oh. Barfly sits alone at a table with 2 glasses, 1 empty. The cinder block sandwich. Straightens shirt. Checks pocket for currency. Empty-handed. Begins to calculate. Makes a mental note of room's exits. Considers possibility of escape. Inspects exit. Estimates paces to exit. There it is. Considers social effects of sudden exit. Weighs options. Fumbles in pocket. Pretends to read. Encounters troubling headline. Bites lip. You're a dine and dasher, this sucks. They served me a brick sandwich. I'm just gonna leave. This is too much. Can I go? Can I fully scoot past this part? Prepares to bolt. Remembers half full drink. Pauses, sighs, relaxes shoulders. Sorry, I'm gonna have to gun you down. Fair enough. Because, like, the other one was cool because it was just some people touring an art exhibit. But it looks like it's brightening up as I watch more of it. Tennessee Williams or Eugene O'Neill spent as much energy on precise descriptions of the plays set as they do any of the dialogue. This could have been the trial day of On Guard. I mean, it could have been, but that's not the day that Ace Attorney is on. I'm a fake fan. I don't have them memorized. Certainly the highlight is Sarah Wakefield's performance. Yeah, but Teeps is here. Teeps is here. The young woman who tries to rid herself of her parents' deaths. She is a revelation. Sadly, her verve and imagination do little to salvage the tepid pantomime of the barfly, a character who perhaps could have done with a few lines after all. Levi Tolbert, Lucky Post. Okay, so that one I read. So my job is finding ways to be creative without constraint. But Doolittle only described settings poetically. To be honest, I think you'd have preferred... Like, just reading this, like, normally would be fine. Just, like, looking at it and reading it. This would be interesting, and the pacing would probably do something. But it's just, like, I'm streaming it, so I'm reading it all out loud. So it's just, like, serves him for disappearing all those years ago, the enigmatic wino. I don't mind a drunk, but I hate riddles. Lula Chamberlain. Oh, that's Lula, right there. So it really is, I just have to... I thought you said it was a beach. Oh, sure. No, it was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? Maybe. You've got to be missing something. I mean, I really think I just have to let this run its course so I can go for the exit. You think I'm making this up? Oh no, oh fuck. We have another character. Hi, Harry. This is the person who's supposedly a good actor. Are the old folks here? Just me and Evelyn. All morning. Hi, Evelyn. And that's Sot in the corner. You're early, Pearl. Your parents usually don't roll in until the evening, 5 or 6. Everything all right? Oh, sure. Thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Well, post up here, and let's watch this weird dinosaur show. You'll stand a drink, or I'll stand you a drink. All Henry's pouring today is Hard Times whiskey. There it is. Hard Times served. Pearl Ace Attorney camo. Oh my god, her parents are just hanging out in this bar the whole time. Today's Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but you know, the rumors. Rumors are rumors. Put it on my tab, Harry. You're driving, Pearl? Oh, God, no. You know they want almost 40 cents a gallon? Oh, my God. Truly a rip if there ever was one. You've got a marathon Phoenix right to get through the 3rd game. I'm gonna get through it. I had the early shift, so I just walked over. In this heat. You still working over there at Ace Jewelry and Loan? Joe Harden proudly trading shortcuts for dignity 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe, it's more likely a hangover. Even this game wants it. Can't it be both? Well, I know you see more trade than I do. Must be slow over at the hardware store. Slow isn't the word. And now Ted is out shilling for quality hammers to make up income. Have you considered quality hammers on your shelf? We made the switch recently and business has tripled. Well, of course, I'd love to have dinner with your lovely daughters. Making the dialogue as dry as possible was certainly a design choice. Yeah, true. Hey, a man gets lonely out on the road. I know how it is. Nah. Harry, you've been pausing between all your sentences, right? Traveling, right? Sure, yeah. You're gonna talk about the fucking pool again? Can I leave? Why am I sitting through a terrible play? Can I just go? Chair. This is the first time I haven't been able to walk around either. I'm literally just sitting here looking around. I don't know how much more of this I can just read. Like, how long are they going to talk about Evelyn's husband maybe or maybe not cheating on her, and Pearl's parents needing always coming to the bar every day and like she needs to talk to them, and Harry's threatening to cut her off, and all they serve is Hard Times whiskey even though she just wanted a beer? Look at your drink again. There's that Hard Times whiskey. There it is. One thing is certain, I seeing this game go on sale from time to time, 15 minutes I've watched has convinced me to never ever buy it. Literally every part of this game before this has been very cool. Even the previous, like, artsy segment was very cool. Like, where it's just, like, it's your three people who, like, you saw earlier, who were just, like, wandering through an art exhibit by this same lady, Lola Chamberlain. It was very cool. I don't know how I feel about you being a person in a play with no lines, watching other people deliver lines very, very slowly. Like, I'm sure if I was playing it by myself, I would appreciate it more. But I kind of appreciate, like, something that's a little timely when I'm streaming, you know? Like, I appreciate, like, proper pacing, but this is a snail's pace. And the dialogue has not even been interesting. Like, I know it's, like, a bad play, but, like, why are you making me sit through a bad play? And making me sit in a position of a character that has no lines. Like, if I was playing a character and they had lines and I had dialogue choices for the lines and I could change the course of the play, maybe that would be interesting. But, I don't know. Not super great. This is still going. They're, like, insulting him now, I guess? Professor Layton versus Phoenix, right? I would very much like to play that. It's getting close to 9, and I think Holiday might still be asleep. I'm gonna let you guys watch this, and then while I go and ask her if she can go get us some burgers before the place closes. You're saying there was another there was another Ace Attorney mention? Are we just looking at people now? Is that what's happening? Round 8, I think. Unfortunately, no burgers tonight. Very sad. I came here to break some hearts? What are you talking about? So guys, catch me up. What's happening? What's going on here? This game sucks. Can I leave yet? I want to play the interesting parts of the game again. I missed them. The rest of the audience killed themselves. No, they just seem like they're just watching. Oh, wait. Okay. If I click, I can fast forward the dialogue. I just have to machine gun click and then we can leave. Oh my fucking god. I'm about to, if something doesn't happen, I'm about to change the trajectory of everyone's lives. I am clicking as fast as possible. Is that it? Okay, it's darkening. Can I go? Can I leave now? TV's off. Oh my god, it's brightening up again. No. Get me out of here. Stiffly written but well acted. There aren't any characters in the entertainment that would play Buffalo Street Cat, but it hasn't given all enough dimension to make them interesting. Oh my god, is there a third act? They said that playing the present day needed to adjust the price of gas as discussed by Pearl, Evelyn, and Harry. Also make some adjustments to the description of Pearl's wake. We left in a line about Rain's Law, which would have been archaic to Doolittle's time anyway. I guess the biggest change we made, besides mashing the two Doolittle plays into one, was to the title. I thought we should rename it The Reckoning and The Barflyer, mix the two titles, and really be clear about where it came from. But Carrington liked the bleak irony of the entertainment. Okay. Girl playing a VN doesn't realize that clicking advances that out. It's not a VN. It's been a point-and-click adventure game the entire time. What burger would you want, baby? I mean, I usually go for the pepper jack mushroom and bacon, usually. Okay, so now there's these people at the table who are also eating a cinder block sandwich. Machine gun clicking through this dialogue. That sounds good, except I don't like mushroom. Where are you going? There's a chain around that's pretty good. Oh my god, I have to look back and forth now. Machine gun kissing. Get her one with lettuce and tomato and pickle as punishment. Punishment for what? Guys, you have to stop talking. Like, what kind of chain, girl? I don't like doxing myself, personally. Pepper jack and bacon, yeah. Pepper jack, mushroom, and bacon. Sorry, I just woke up. Yeah, no worries. If it's a chain, it's like a lot of them. I don't know where chains are. Sometimes they're very local chains, sometimes they're not. Like, it's certainly not a McDonald's. So it's anonymous like that guy from the November movie. The November movie? Is there like 8 more acts or something? Because I will just turn this game off and start playing Ace Attorney. McDonald's. I really liked that sauce that they put out for a little bit. And then, like, 2 weeks in, they're just like, ah, we're not doing that anymore. That shit's over. Oh my fucking god, there is another act. Holy shit. The theater's not a person. The theater's not stacked. We reveal the pains of the audience. If Pearl and Evelyn start making out, I will 100% forgive this entire segment and I will go back and play it by myself. Oh, this is her parents. Okay. Management material. It's the only problem indie games, like, you have the most interesting thing happen now. It's just like, let's get mega artsy and boring. The whole game has been kind of artsy, but it's just like, this is so long for me not to have any interactivity whatsoever. This is, like... I understand what you're doing here, but, like, this is not part of the... This is not, like, a game. Like, this isn't even a walk simulator. This is just watching other people talk. Should have just played an indie platformer instead. I don't know if I have any of those that I haven't already streamed. Okay, she's leaving. A love song, whiskey, left alone in a straitjacket on the road. Her husband, I will buy you a $5 indie game. Come on. Fez moment. All struggling. Rose applied for a promotion. Should have played Sayonara Wild Hearts. I don't know what that is. I hear Void Bastards came out recently, which I was looking forward to. I played that that demo and it was really good. It's an Annapurna joint. Oh, hey, what's up, skeleton? Also, we gotta feed Pearl. That is true. We do have to feed Pearl. The skeleton was kind of cool. That was kind of, like, esoteric and, like, just kind of out of, like, strange. Like the rest of the interesting parts of this game. This sucks. I can't believe Teets hates skeleton. What the fuck is your problem? $83 and sunny now. It looks like it's going to get up about to 101 by the late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight to get out those parasols. Haha. Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit, so if you're headed to work on the 31, you are late, my friend. Haha. Sugar? Just a little. I forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Louis? It's French? Oh, okay. I fed her? Nice. Heard you yelling. Bad dreams? We were up on the roof, Ira and I, and Charlie, eating a light supper. I was drinking sweet tea. Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses, closely packed, huge sidewalks. It must have been a... What's that word? A city? That's it, I'm sure. Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. Can't show a skeleton after 25 minutes. The most boring, droning dialogue, and assistant think I've turned my thinking around. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday, or then would the sun set? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up, and Ira told him to watch his step, and then I remembered. I woke up before I could stop him. I always told him to test each tile with a heel first. If it's a heel, you can kick it back and still put your toe on something solid when the tile slips. I remember your lessons. He just wanted to study his... What was that called? Astronomy. That's it. How could I forget? That wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's a accident. Sure. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. That truck will outlive us all. I hope you're right. I'm glad you'll keep it. Ira would have wanted you to have it. It's been running since Charlie was born. Ira took me to the hospital in that truck. So did you once. When you fainted. My hero. So, long drive? They said it couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order's all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. I guess it will be. The last act of Lisette's Antiques. The... Oh, what's the word? Finale. Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something? Or I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable there'll start to be words I lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Charlie's old books. Oh. I thought you might like to look at them. I'll take them with me. Thank you. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz. I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on 5s. That's every 10 minutes, brought to you by Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion. After this. Who the fuck are these losers? One of the two main characters and the woman who he works for and had a close relationship with. Oh. He's got a skeleton leg. Well, that's definitely... That would take away the pain, if I had to guess. Pulling some fucking, Lictor shit on him. But that's only if you make a late payment on the follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... I was dreaming. Lictor from, fucking... The Locked Tomb series. Fucking, Harrow replaces, one of the character's arms with a skeleton arm. And it improves her instantly. That's unlikely. Neuropnol TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? I guess so. I don't know what that is. It's a really good book series. Space lesbian necromancers with, that are, like, toxic and have brain damage. It's been about 2 hours. Feel like I got some rest. Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. This isn't my leg. Not your... Of course it's your leg. Bonking me. I'll have a little sippy. It doesn't feel like it belongs to me anymore. I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, physiological, social. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuropnol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two, regardless. Thanks, doctor. Randomize your load screens in Limbus. I think it's the last splash screen you saw, like the newest one. So if you go back and watch one of the, like a different Identity, like if you rewatch one of the different Identity Uptie screens, or if you watch a cutscene or something, it should change. Sure, let's talk about the things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effect. How long am I going to be recovering? Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions? Good advice in any context. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. How often do I clean it? I'd say about once a month. You'll find yourself unable to avoid overly dusty or moist environments. You'll want to clean it more often. And, of course, have a doctor examine and recalibrate it every 12 months or so. So, any questions? Anything about the bill that it didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. Tell him about the payment plan in the bill. Ah, that's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill now that Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full in your next billing cycle, or you can get a more energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back to the grid? Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of Neuropnol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sense of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. Skeleton leg. Is it like a... See, I'm not... The way he's talking about it, it's like, is this a prosthetic? Is it actually a glowing skeleton leg? Is it fucking, like... Is it just the normal leg, but, like... with the bone replaced? Or, like, what? I'm curious. How are the drugs treating you? Streetlights seem a bit brighter. Oh, like Trails and Tracers? Something like that. My mom used to get that. She had migraines. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested. And we learned to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and we'd end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with a gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions. Like all this lore that came with it. Like magic. Dangerous. Mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help? Yeah, they had a pretty good health care through the university for a while there. A couple times they'd swing something so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart and always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once, and you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room. You know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school, too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Sounds dangerous. Yeah, they seemed pretty harmless at first. I guess that's why I kept going with it. One day I was sitting in my bed, my notebook was open next to me on the top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt like I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image, and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping under the knotting, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that bird cage with a 1,000-yard stare. You get some rest back there? I don't feel much rested myself. We'll get a break. Maybe tomorrow, huh? Alright, Blue. Let's get moving. So what's the plan here, I guess? What's the plan here? I could use a bite to eat. Oh, okay. You've been on the road a while. Well, there's an all-night convenience store not too far from here. Is that okay? Sounds good to me. Okay, we can make 30. We can take 31 ahead and east. It's right before 65. Well, I can definitely get there. So 31 right before it connects to 65. There's 31. The truck's engine sputters and dies, and Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Shit. Act 3, Scene 2. A tree. Nothing to be done? Can you take a look at it? I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is that why you always leave your truck running? Just superstitious. Right, any other quirks I should know about? Don't name dogs after loved ones. Huh. No Aunt Blue, I guess? Anyway. You know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? I found this card for Mercadet Wreck Recovery on the dash. Mercadet. Alright, I'll give him a call. Hopefully I can get a signal out here. Shannon speaks into a large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello? We got an old, I want to say diesel? Old truck just stalled out. Inaudible, sleepy. Did I wake you up? Your card says open 23 hours a day. Inaudible, accusatory. Well, isn't that convenient? We just put on there for plausible deniability or what? Inaudible, obtuse. That's... Okay, look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy too. Inaudible, maudlin. Are you... Is this a bad time? Inaudible, pragmatic. Right, yeah, thanks. Okay, it's... Where are we? We're off of 65, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Inaudible, specific. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it, yeah. Hanging over the power lines just like that. Did you see it go down? Burgers ordered. Nice. Inaudible, indulgent. Oh, okay. My pleasure. How long do you think you'll be? Distant traffic sounds. Hello? I think they're on their way. Guess we have some time to kill. We could look over the road map again. I have stared at that thing too long already. Where'd you get that old map anyway? It's just always been in the truck. Huh. Someone must have grabbed it in the gas station somewhere along the line. Or maybe they threw it in the glove box at the dealership. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Aunt Remedios saw me looking at it, I guess, and a few days later she gave me a map she'd brought up from Colombia. Well, your total guide for ordering 15 minutes before close, but I hit $3 on a $10 order to relieve your customer guilt. Fair enough. Have you read Wuthering Heights? No, I have not, because I can't read. How'll they let you know? It looked almost hand-painted. Deep, vibrant colors and rough border lines like anxious brushstrokes. Anxious brushstrokes. Really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my finger like I was walking the beach and say, here we'll swim, here we'll start a fire, here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it work going again. No point just standing around. Hey, Ezra. How's it going? Are you bored? Sure, but I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind either. Let's play a game. What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. Just break off all the little sticks in each section and count through the different things that could happen. Okay, what should we ask? It should be about you. I can't do both the counting out and the questions. How will I travel in the future? Ezra snaps the smaller branches away, one at a time, counting out possibilities. Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, hearse. Old truck, new truck. New truck. These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much. It's just a bunch of sticks. We should get some of those aluminum standoffs they use in professional kitchens so we can vacuum and mop under the fridge and stove, etc. Fair enough. Could be helpful. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? Do you get bored this late at night? I don't. I like it better when everyone else is asleep. How's it looking? The leads are badly corroded, but I'm making progress. That's what I like about working with electronics. It gets easier as you go on. For me, it's just the opposite. Almost there. Where are we staying tonight? Some closet at the bar, I guess. Harry Esperanza's 4-star broom closet experience. Maybe nice to stay outside one of these nights. Power down just enough to rest. Keep an eye out for the stars. Be there when the birds wake up. Short circuits, capacitors popping in the morning dew. Yeah, you're right. How far out are we? Are we there yet? Oh, stop. Harry's not going to be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. Hey, yeah. Didn't you play this on but didn't you play on this record? This is Dee Dee's record. Oh, shuckaroonies, wait for me. Yeah, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, that guy was out of control. We should do a set with him. He's a creep. Yeah, that creep can play, though. What time is it? It's late. Harry's gonna flip out. That old man was born flipped. I just hope we can scrape up some tips. Hard enough when you get there on time. Just play the keyboard. I'll figure out the rest. I know. I hope we scrape some tits. I think they had a dog. I guess you could call it that. Just some old dog with dog bones with fur draped over it. Poor thing. On my way home. Nice! We still have all this useless bread from the bakery gig. It was stale, but dog won't care. Fine, just for a minute to share some bread. You're the best. And hey, maybe if they're not busy, we can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on our fee. Maniacs. You okay? Sure. You? Oh, no, I'm fine. Thanks. They were in a hurry. Some folks are always in a hurry. Not you, though, huh? You get caught up in a stranger's yarn or a streetlight reflected in a puddle, and nobody can get you moving again until you let the grace of the moment right into your bones. Like a poet. Or a donkey. I guess that's what I like about you, old man. You know how to wait. I don't think I ever will. Stay here. Careful. Careful. He's wicked with strangers. Ha, you. You didn't have to stop. We got a tow coming. Gonna put a laundry in the dryer. Love you. Love you too. Hear that, Cricket? We didn't have to stop. Oh, why'd we stop? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So... Oh, we thought you were stopping to help. Sure, something like that. Listen, we got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? You seem nice enough. What do you think, Cricket? Our generosity is unmistakable, ma'am. It radiates. It does radiate. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? Sometimes I like to leave the radio dialed between stations. Of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea! We're just trying to get back on the Zero. The Zero? Is that a fact? The Zero? Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you're going, and I'm happy to lead you there. We've been down there many a times riding this baby. The Weird Vector. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Weird Vector. Because the front wheel's a little loose. Only, it's just... See, we have a regular booking tonight, and, well, we're running late. Very, very late. That's what I told them. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go a penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? We really don't have time. Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old lady? I think I got crust in the sidecar here. But that dog of yours is such a pitiful sight. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by the old Charlie Morin Highway, just east off 65. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. I mean, if they can get the truck running, I'll go see their show. Like, no fucking question. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess they got it running. Where'd they say the fucking show was? Charlie Morin Highway, east off 65. Right off 65 around the petting zoo. Okay. That's the burning tree. Petting zoo. The petting zoo is closed. Hey, Emily. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the cafe. How is your day going? Act 3, Scene 3. The Lower Depths. Which I think is the setting for that play we just watched. Or watched some of. Yeah, it is. Feels a little like home, huh? That's not all bad memories. Gentler times in a twisted kind of way. Kind of late. You sure they're open? Sure they're open. This is one of those places. Well, let's go in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. I'm sure a poet did say it. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. What kind of music it play? It's like Cyrano Cole meets Ike Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of an ambient whisper wave. A little bit more reverb. There's a Dolly Crown in there, too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming, though. I don't know who those people are. Well, you'll hear it in a minute. Sandwich. A rough brick between 2 pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. What is it? I guess... I don't know. Can I tell you a horrible secret? I never wear eye protection in this shop. It's dangerous, I know, but I'm always looking back and forth from my oscilloscope to whatever I'm working on. And the scope has this peculiar kind of hard-bordered glow that I just... Well, I've never found a pair of goggles or glasses that doesn't smear out that glow. At best, the lens softens everything so you can't quite find the edges. Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. Well, I mean, you're already playing it. Flipping through the jukebox's catalog is basically the whole game. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Say, shut the goddamn door, will ya? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep the place open through small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Gets lonely, doesn't it? Yeah, kinda. How about some music? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We just brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also Don't you want to hear some music, Harry? That does sound nice after the day I've had. But Are they robots? And now, because the burgers are here, the stream is going to end because I am so hungry. So let me find somebody to raid. But PG is playing Wizard 101. Pooty is playing TCG Card Shop Simulator, but Emily just got here. Yeah, Emily always shows up right before the end of the stream. It's very sad, but I like seeing her here. I'm gonna send you guys to Pooty. Because I haven't had a chance to raid her in a very long time, and TCG Card Shop Simulator seems like a fun watch. I appreciate you all stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this stream, because as much as it did get slow, I also did very much enjoy my experience with this game so far. We'll come we'll come back to it on next Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday for more Ace Attorney. We're in the third trial of the second game, which I hear is really, really high. Is really, really high. Really, really good, which I am enjoying so far, and I've never actually played it. So I hope to see you there. I hope you all enjoyed this stream. I hope you all have an excellent night. And have an excellent rest of your week. Bye-bye.